Hey, I can't see you or hear you.
Cool. We're here.
Or hi.
Hey, so this is a new program, you guys, called Ustream. StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard for letting me do this. You guys, I'm gonna be this is the book I was talking about, Blessed and Unstoppable here. If you guys can't see this, it's a just amazing book. Billy Alsbrooks wrote it. It even comes with a shirt. And today's series is it is called Have No Fear, the series, and it's all about just having no fear and diving into what your dream is. And on my YouTube channel here, I talk about it's not about me, it's about helping others and getting them on the board. This is my music channel. You guys may know me from my other channels as well. But you guys, if you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, comment on Facebook, whatever it might be. And we'd love to have you on. Further ado, this is my friend Alexandria. She's going to have some questions for you, and she's going to tell you where she's from. And as I said, Billy Alsbrooks will be coming to in October, San Antonio, Texas, the 3rd, Denver, Colorado, the 10th, Orlando, Florida, the 17th, San Francisco, California, December 12th, New York City, 19th. He has some shows in November as well. But you guys, check him out. He even sent me this cool autograph as well. He's just a really cool guy. And man, he's just teaching me how to keep moving forward and win instead of getting my legs chopped off and what I do. So, anyways, tell us a little about yourself and where you're from and kind of what you do.
Hi, thanks so much for having me on. This is great that I get to sit and talk with you. I'm originally from Roswell, New Mexico. I currently am living in New York City right now. It's always been my dream to live here, so I'm really loving it, to be honest. I kind of came at a weird time, but I'm a nurse as well, so I definitely had a job when I got here. But yeah, what about you? Where are you from?
So, well, I'm from Arkansas, and so I currently live in Arkansas. Um, and I am an inspiration motivational speaker. I sing and as well, and then I also do some acting and DJing as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Yeah. So we're going to start out with the first question, you guys. The first question I have for you is kind of what are your dreams, and how does that look forward to your future, and what's your goal in the long term?
Okay, I'm a pop singer, and I guess my dream has always been to obviously sing, but I also have a dream of being able to help people through music, and I just in general like helping people through whatever I'm doing. I don't know, I'm always just trying to, I guess, try to make the world a better place in any way I can. And my goal right now is currently to donate all of my merchandise sales to a charity or organization. I've been doing local charities for my home state in New Mexico right now. So if you guys ever want to check that out, I also bought my shirt or this is a sweater, I guess, but so all of the sales from Bonfire go to a charity, and I love also hearing from everybody else about like what charities they like to donate to and what's close to their heart, so that I can maybe donate to some of those things that are close to their hearts as well.
Awesome. Yep. We'll be sure to have that link at the end of this video, you guys, and where you can get her merch as well. And when we promote it as well, we'll be sure to put that up as well. Also, another question I have is a statement that Billy Alsbrooks makes, and I really like it. It's warriors are invincible until their own minds and mouths betray them. And so the question I have in that is, what does that look like for you in order to keep moving? How do you keep your mindset in check and your mouth in check, so that way we can understand where you're at, and how does that affect your music and your personal life, and even the things you do, and even the charity? Because I know there are people who may not like your music, who may love your music, or may come and try to chop your legs off and get you to where you're not blessed and unstoppable or have no fear. So how does that look like for you?
Definitely me. I think my biggest fear and something that is always in my way has nothing to do with anybody else or anything else other than myself. I feel like I'm always the one who's really just holding myself back. So if I'm not getting something done or not going for what I believe in or am dreaming of, that's my own fault. And I've realized, like, no matter what you set your mind to, as long as you're consistent in what you're doing, then like anything's possible. And I also have really strong faith as well. But I think, to me, like, my biggest hurdle is just, getting over myself and realizing, like, okay, if this is something I want, then I need to be consistent and I need to work at it every day. I need to find a passion and more of a reason behind it. And also realize, like, I'm doing this for other people than just myself. And so that kind of motivates me a little bit because, I don't know, I think sometimes it's hard to motivate myself just based on, like, something that I want. So I really just have to always say, like, Alexandra, get out of your way. Like, you need to just, get to it.
Yeah, so you guys, just so you guys know, how we met is through a Facebook ad, and I just kind of clicked on it and saw it, and I was like, wow, this is really good music. I gotta get a hold of her and have her on my YouTube channel, and we just became really good friends from there. So tell me about what that looks like from you wanting to make the Facebook ad. How do you promote yourself? Things like that.
So I have been trying, like, different Instagram, Facebook ads, whatnot, for a long time now. I just recently started doing a music marketing program. It's called Modern Musician, and they kind of teach you how to make all these different ads and figure out which ones work best, really target, like, the audience that you want to target. So for me, my hardest thing right now is I'm really trying to target more women like myself and, like, empower them and stuff. I feel like a lot of times when I'm, like, targeting, like, men included, it just, like, comes out with the wrong, I don't know, it's not the outcome that I necessarily want. And I just want to focus a lot, actually, on, like, women right now and empowering them. One of my most recent songs, called People Pleaser, really has a lot to do with, in the message, with, like, empowering women, things like that. So it's just kind of one of my focuses right now.
Yeah, and I know for me through that song, that has really helped me understand not to please people, but also continue to keep moving forward and help being a helping hand, not necessarily chastising them or not being humble, but continue to just be humble and to lend that helping hand and what that looks like to help charities or help other people. And so that's really helped me in my music and in my endeavors and things I'm at. And I know there was a time where I was going through a tough time in my life, and hearing that song for the first time really helped me keep moving forward and keep going. And so I just want to say thank you for writing that. I know it spoke to me and it's going to speak to many others as well. So I appreciate that.
It makes me so happy because that's usually, I love, like, hearing how different people relate to things that I'm singing about and how it's helped them. I think that really inspires me and helps me keep going. So thank you for telling me that.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. And so you have any questions for me? Anything you want to ask me or anything like that?
Yeah, so I was just wondering, I know this is kind of a random question. I know you're an artist as well as you work a full-time job as well. So one of my favorite questions from a podcast I listen to is she always asks people, what is your morning routine? Like, what keeps you motivated? Like, what helps you get your day started?
Yeah, sure. For me, I listen to Billy Alsbrooks. Right now, this guy here, he has really helped me with just continuing to keep moving forward, continuing to just be what I can, do what I can, and continue to understand what that looks like in my own heart, and just have the mindset of I can eat right, because I know in music you have to eat a certain way, do certain things, not always, but a lot of majority of the time you do have to in order to keep moving. And so for me, that has really helped me, just waking up, and just doing that. And then also for me personally, and this is just personal thing for me, but just prayer and having my mindset correct in my own mind and just being thankful. You know, even if someone has hung out with me, or maybe they quit giving me a ride, or maybe they quit, whatever that might be, you know, I'm just thankful for the time they did help me and the things I didn't learn from them, or maybe they did me wrong. I'm thankful for the lessons I'm learning. I have learned because I'm never perfect. I'm here claiming I am. I'm here. I never will. And so I just really like that aspect of just waking up and understanding, keeping my mindset correct before I hit the floor, and keep moving and not stopping.
That's awesome. Okay, so then I have another follow-up question for you, like in regards to that. I know that you're also very interested in helping other people and other artists. What kind of ways do you help other artists? I mean, other than me, I know you've had me on here right now, but like, what are other ways that you help artists out?
Sure. So I have a card that I have, and it's I have a card on there, and I can promote you guys, put you guys on there as well. Like I said, as long as it's clean stuff, I'm good with it. Simply because I speak to a lot of kids, and like I said, I'm an inspiration, motivational speaker as well. So kids really look up to me and parents, and it's not another reason why I do it, but because it's just something I choose to do as well. So I can help you guys through putting you guys on there just for free to say thank you for helping me. And not only that, but also just coming on here and just live streaming and just also being, I guess, what you call a music model, which is repping your shirt and going around telling people about you during concerts or different things like that when I do show up. And yeah, it's just that's some of the way. There's a lot more. Also, just maybe collaborating in just promoting for free. And what that looks like is just maybe sharing your song, sharing your music. And that's kind of just a passion of mine, is to, because I know music's hard and there's not a lot of good people out there. And I just want to help out the best way I can, and as much as I can. I can't always do it for free, but I definitely do want to help out. And I say that because in life we have to continue to move forward and do the things that we're called to do. And sometimes that does take it, but I definitely want to do as much as I can for free. I definitely want to help out and just keep moving forward. And so, yeah, it's kind of what my thing is.
That's amazing. Because sometimes it is a little bit hard to find the most genuine people, I guess, that work in music. And I mean, I found a lot, so I can't really say that I haven't, but there are some people out there that like to just, see what they can get out of it, or not necessarily doing things out of like you are, like the kindness out of your heart, and knowing that it is hard to sometimes get your music out there and get it heard.
Yeah, I did one song with CCM Recordings, and that's something that I'm still working on. It's not complete yet. Alex Palmer, he's my recording artist. He does a great job with me, just sitting down with me and talking with me. So that's something I definitely do as well. But also, I think for you, I just want to say, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for everything that you're putting yourself involved in. I know it's not easy, especially being in New York. I know that the cost isn't the best, but you also, I know you sometimes we got to be in places where our mindset can be okay, because we don't want to continue to cut our legs off and not do what we're called to do. So I want to say that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have a couple of other questions for you. Is there anything you want to tell your audience about what you choose to do, and what your future looks like in music, and how they can help support you, and what are ways that they can find you, or that's YouTube or iTunes or things like that, and what's going to be your main platform, or is it going to be all of them, or?
So I just want them to know that by supporting me, you're also supporting something bigger than me. I don't want just all of it for myself, and I think that it really makes a difference for me when it makes a difference for you. So I really appreciate everybody's feedback on things like that. You can find my music everywhere. So that means like Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, Deezer, all of the platforms, SoundCloud, everywhere.
Awesome. Are you ever going to be on Reverb Nation at all, and just maybe promote some of your couple songs, so that way they can go follow you there and maybe get a couple of them? Or what would that look like for you?
Wrong, but I think I might be on there. I'm not
Awesome.
sure. I kind of lose track because there's so many things, and it's like I lose track. So I'll have to go look and double check. But I think I might be on there.
Awesome. If you guys don't know about Reverb Nation, it's just a very good way to get yourself started, people to find you, other promoters, and things like that. So it's just a really cool platform. Awesome. So what does that look like? What were you doing to succeed? Are you self-promoted? Are you with a recording studio? What does that look like for you?
Right now I am self-promoted, so I'm trying to learn as much as I can about like the business side of things and advertising, all of that. One of my friends, they have their own small licensing company, so I've learned a lot from them. And that's how a lot of few of my songs have been featured on MTV. So I'm very grateful for that and learning through that. Right now, I actually finally just ordered my own recording equipment. It took me a very long time to like get down and just do it because it's kind of expensive and I had to get a new computer, of course. But I was like, you know what? If I regret this every day, because it really did bother me every day. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get recording equipment. I need to get it because I could get so much more done, if I'm just depending on myself. So I got all the equipment finally. I'm actually learning how to play guitar as well because I really want to be able to easily accompany myself at like live shows or whatever and not have to depend on finding other people or it's nice to be able to like be well-rounded as a musician, and I feel like I want to live up to that. So I want to do as much as I can and grow as much as I can in that aspect.
Awesome. Also, I'm also learning guitar as well. So what's the process that looks like for you learning guitar?
Well, I bought a guitar last year, I think, or 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because I thought, so my dad picked up and learned guitar in like a month or two and was like playing and singing together. So I was like motivated and I was like, yeah, if he can do it, I can do it. And of course, I need somebody to hold myself accountable. So I've been doing guitar lessons here every other week so that I know like he's coming next week. So I really gotta like he has to know that I've been practicing. It's not like voice lessons where you can just kind of be like, yeah, I practice. My voice is just kind of rusty today. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It really shows if you've been practicing or not.
So, oh yeah. Yeah, it does. Also, I know you have backup singer or dancers sometimes. What does that process look like to get them, and how did you come up with doing that? I know maybe that has helped you succeed in MTV. I'm not sure, but talk about how that kind of looks like, and how does MTV look like for you getting on there as well?
So I'll answer the question about the background dancers first, but
yeah.
I want people to like come to my show, and like for the longest time I was doing, like just acoustic sets and stuff. And I was like, that's not who I want to be as an artist right now. Like I want like the whole thing. I want it to be very visual. I want it to be really as enjoyable as possible for people as well as myself. I love dancing. And so honestly, every time it has been really hard to find people that are willing to do it, especially when it's like hard to pay people, because you're already spending so much trying to do the show. And then, so my sister has always really helped out in that aspect. And some other people I've met through friends or through dance that I did a while back. I've advertised on Facebook. I've advertised like wherever. And you know what? every time it always comes down to the very last minute and it finally all comes together. But it's always like a little bit stressful, but that's okay. I mean, I think all it takes is like you taking that small step and you taking that step and just doing it and just getting it done no matter what, doing the best you can. And then the question about my songs on MTV. So I got those placements through my friend's licensing company, and let me pull it up so I can tell you what it's called. It's called Activista Music.
Okay.
If anybody can submit music to them, so that's always good. I mean, there's a bunch of licensing companies which you can always submit to, and that's a really good way to try and get placements on like commercials or TV shows or movies or whatever. And then they'll kind of just add music to their catalog, and then when they're going through looking for songs for like a show, for example, they'll type in something they're looking for specifically, I think, and then pull up your song. And if it works out for them, then they'll put a show or whatever. So that's kind of where mine are at right now, for a few of them. Hopefully get more, because that's it's a good way to make money from music. But definitely just submit your music to as many places as you can. Submit Hub's always a good one. I don't know, sometimes it's a little bit of a waste of time, but I think when Submit Hub first started, it seems more useful than it does now, but I could be wrong. So I still always submit stuff on Submit Hub as well. And yeah, and I'm just like so I'm releasing an EP hopefully within the next month or so, and I'm also releasing 2 music videos soon. So I'm really excited. It kind of seems like I haven't been able to release stuff for a while, so I'm super pumped about that, and I've been super anxious about it because I hate when I feel like I'm not doing enough,
Oh yeah. A statement that I really like, I think it relates to your life, is by Billy Alsbrooks again. A dream must be pulled into reality with the hands of unwavering belief. And I really like that. If you don't mind commenting on that as well, but I really like that because I think for you, one thing I have really seen is you're a go-getter, and you dream, and and you don't have unwavering belief. You really believe in what you do, and you really don't let people chop your legs off and take that from you. You keep moving. You try to get into a state of mind, and even maybe a state where you call to be, and where you want to be, and you just dive into it and say, "This is who I am. This is where I'm going." And if you don't like it, that's okay, because not everyone's going to like me or like my music. Doesn't make them a bad person, nor yourself. We know that there's bad people in the world, but I just really commend you on that. I really commend you for continuing to dream the dream, and be having your belief and not letting people unwaver you, because I think that really is important, and it goes hand in hand together, as well. And even just having the faith behind it, I think that's really really important as well. So if you don't mind talking about kind of what that looks like, and how did you have the mindset? I'm sure it hasn't always been that way. But how does that look like for you?
Yes, I do not give up, let me just say. But I don't know. I think a lot of it actually comes from regret and knowing kind of what I wanted to do for a really long time since I was little. And I was just so shy growing up that it felt like I would never be able to do that until I realized, I think people just, when I moved to LA a while back, people just really pushed me to see that. And I really liked it. And I was like, you know what? Like this whole time I could have been working on this and doing this. But yeah, I held myself back because I was like, no, I'm too shy, or I can't even bring that up to my mom or something. You know what I mean? Which is weird. I mean, I shouldn't say regret, but I do regret it. And I think that's why I feel so strongly about people. Like if you are dreaming of something, do not let yourself hold you back, because that is the person holding you back. You're the one making excuses. You're the one not doing this or that. And you will find a way to make it work if it's something that you really want. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think personally for me in that is when sometimes we fail, and when we fail, we just most people they give up, and you know, for us, we try not to, and we continue to keep moving. Now, sometimes, don't get me wrong, we need to maybe move a different direction or do a different thing, or maybe add a different lyric in something because it's really not fitting with the way that we sing.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't mind talking about the criticism that you've gotten in maybe your music, because I know for me, I'm more of a pop rocker or pop punker, and so that kind of is my field. And I know a lot of it's like a lot of twang, a lot of like not like country, but it's more of like the rock feel, like maybe Simple Plan, Green Day, and Linkin Park type of field as well. And then I do some piano stuff, and I know that I have to kind of change my voice sometimes a little bit. And do voice lessons, and I had to learn opera, and I had to learn all these different things. I'm like, well, why do I have to do that? It's like wavering my voice, but it actually has really helped me. But I had to remember where I came from and who I wanted to be, and it was kind of difficult. So, how does that look like for you, or what does that look like for you?
I think for me, like I love criticism. I know some people are going to be like, but because I feel like most, not all, but most criticism comes if it hurts you, it comes somewhere, like there's some truth in it. And so for me, I'm like, you know what? Even if I act or seem upset about it, it's still gonna push me forward. And I'm like the same way, even like at the like gym, I'm like, somebody yell at me, like I need that. I'm that kind of person. Like I get motivated when people are like, no, you can do better than that. I know you can, blah, blah, blah. One of the producers I used to work with would be kind of like that. And I liked it because it really pushed me. And yes, it upset me kind of in the moment, but because it was honest, like a lot of it came from honesty. And that's why it upset me, I realized. And I'm like, no, like I want to be the best version and even of myself. And even if that means like being hurt about it a little bit, I'm not going to just sit back and give up. And, I think part of this sounds weird, but part of me not caring necessarily what people think is like, I think stems a little bit from nursing. Like, whenever you would work in the ER or wherever you would work, like, people will yell at you. I've had doctors throw things at me. I mean, it's just, it's like you have to take everything with a grain of salt. And also, you're learning at the same time. So just take it as a lesson learned and and do your best, and that's all you can do. Don't dwell on it. Learn from it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's a great thing. Also, what does it look like for you being blessed and unstoppable? How does that motto really work for you? And then the other motto, have no fear. So, how do you have no fear in what you do as well?
I definitely feel very blessed, and I am very grateful for everything I have. That doesn't necessarily mean that you don't go through challenges and things like that. That just means always remembering that, like, what I feel like what God has given me, and sometimes like I want to do the most with all the blessings He's given me instead of giving up, even though I know some days it's harder than others. And
Yeah. So, what made you become an artist? Like, what? How did you always want to sing?
I,
You always want to be that person? What? How did that start for you?
I've always wanted to sing, but like I said, I was super shy. And at the end of college, I was moving to LA with a fiance, and he wanted to be an actor. So that's how we ended up in LA. Obviously, that relationship did not go well after that, but it kind of put me into this weird place that was like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? What do I actually like? And like, what am I going to go for? And I talked to one of my friends at work, and he worked in music as well. And I was like, this is what I want to do. What do I have to lose at this point? Because at that point, I was kind of like at like my rock bottom for a little bit. And I was like, I have nothing to lose. Like, what? I can't just sit around anymore. And honestly, what kept me going was not being at home by myself. So I would literally, like, even in unhealthy ways, like, go do this, go work on music, go to the gym for like 3 hours, and then, never go home and just keep working on music at people's houses. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then it just started doing well or better than I thought, I should say. And I so enjoy doing it. I feel like it's something that I know that I'm supposed to do and that I've been called to do. So I really want to keep going. And I'm not sure where, I guess, it's going to take me, but I have faith that it will somewhere and in the right, whatever direction God wants it to go.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what does your daily routine look like as far as everyday routine?
So I've been trying really hard to be better about being routine because I've looked at other people's lives and seeing how much having like a morning routine or any kind of routine has completely like elevated their life. And I'm usually the worst about things like that. Like I will wake up like 20 minutes before work. I sometimes don't eat, or or I've like gone out the night before, whatever. And I've just realized, especially this past year, like when I do have a routine, like I'm like going to bed at 9:30. I wake up an hour at least before I have to go to work so that I have time to like actually like mentally process things that are going on. Cause I feel like sometimes I'm just running around late everywhere and I'm like, oh, I have to do this, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. But I have no time to sit there and think other than like panic right when I get to work because I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like I've had no time to process, like, is this what I want to be doing? Anything. So I think I've been trying to get up, yeah, like an hour before work, sit here, have my coffee, pray, eat breakfast, watch the news a little bit, which is not necessarily the best thing sometimes. And then I love, now that I live in New York, being able to walk to work. It gives me time to just be outside and I don't know, like think or listen to a podcast. It's not the same as driving. It's nice because it's like exercise, so it makes you feel better. Like I'm walking off my breakfast. But I like it. So right now, that's what I'm doing.
Hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. So, how does that help you continue to keep moving forward in life?
Like having a routine.
Yeah.
I think when you do have a routine, and I've started learning more to say no to certain things because I used to always be like, yes, yes, yes person. Like, do you want to go do this right now? Do you want to go out tonight? Do you want to go do this tonight? And I would literally do like 4 things after work. And I realized like that's not helping me. I'm exhausted in the morning. I'm like depressed or tired or anxious. And I think by me establishing this and like starting to have a routine, starting to say no to certain things, even though I want to say yes, is like I'm able to have more energy. I have more clarity, and I'm able to get more done in the daytime than I would usually before that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know. I know most of the most successful people in life, presidents, politicians, you name it. I mean, musicians. They all have a routine, and so I think that's kind of cool to really see. Um, to see that happen when you have a routine, and but also, are you okay with going outside your routine if something pops up? What does that look like as well?
I'm a very usually easygoing person, which is probably why sometimes I'm like a little bit too people pleasing or, get out of my routine. But I'm generally very easygoing. I don't usually get upset very easily or anxious very easily. So, very go with the flow kind of person.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. So, anyways, any other questions for me at all?
I did have. What projects are you working on right now? specific?
So the project I'm working on right now is mainly DJing, and I'm really in guitar because those two things go hand in hand. And so I'm really just looking forward to getting more DJing stuff out there. I have Unity in the Community coming up, and hopefully in September. That it was canceled due to the rain on Sunday, so I do have that going on. And not only that, but I'm about to be in a play. So I have kind of a couple of projects I am working on. And yeah, the play is about you guys, a black woman president, and that's really all I'm allowed to really say about it right now. But I did get a huge part in it, and it's going to be here in Arkansas. And September 25th is what it is right now. Is the date for that. And I got a message from a really good friend of mine. He ended up messaging me and said, "Hey man, like we're friends. You want to be a part of this play?" I'm like, "Sure." So I went and showed up, and it's just really cool. And you guys, I think one of the things for me too, project, not really a project. The thing I'm working on is getting a car. I currently don't have a car, and I'm still succeeding. And I think a lot of it is kind of like a New York mentality, because they don't really drive either all that much. And you can pretty much, if I correct me if I'm wrong, but you can pretty much, get to anywhere you can through the train, the tram, the bus, walking, running, jogging, whatever. So I kind of take that mentality, and if I need to get somewhere, I do Uber or I have someone pick me up. And my friend Reagan, she's also in that play as well with me, so she picks me up, and it's just really cool to see how I'm able to help others, like I helped her get a part. And so it's just really cool just to see how people succeed. And I think in order to be happy, it shouldn't always be about you, but I know there needs to be a time where you need to focus on the things that you need in order to be blessed and unstoppable and have no fear. And for me, having no fear looks like just moving forward, and embracing it. When someone says something, take what they say with a grain of salt. I think about what they say. Like I say, they said I'm an idiot. The good thing is I'm not an idiot, but what did I do to make them think that way? And I say that because, and I think that because I don't want to offend someone, and I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. But I know also, if to me, it's better to just say things sometimes and tell them how it is than it is not to. But also say that in a lighthearted or kind way, because you don't want to lie, and you don't want to. Don't want to look like you're not telling the truth, because if you don't mention something either, that can also be like you're not telling the truth in a way. I know we don't need to share everything in life. We should have our own personal life as well. But I just feel like that's a really big part in being authentic and real with your audience. And I just commend you for doing that. I commend you for really just being real and authentic through your music. Even that song you were talking about, like I said before, that really helped me continuing to keep moving and give that helping hand. And so, yeah, that's just kind of the things that I'm working on, you guys, and doing and believing. So you guys are welcome to come check me out on Facebook or YouTube here. But I'll be posting more and more stuff, definitely of Alexandria stuff, and more than my own, because I believe in what she does and who she is and where she's going. And so also, if you don't mind, just talking about too, how your music video process goes, and what kind of equipment you got, and what made you inspired to get that equipment versus something else.
So, equipment wise. Oh, sorry. I want to go back to one thing you said too.
Sure.
I don't agree, because I feel like I got off track a little bit. I don't agree, because I feel like there are some people out there that are just bullies, and I don't agree with that. Like, as like a, like I still don't get hurt by when people tell me or call me names or whatever, because I'm like, some of those people don't even know me. But but I don't like that, and I don't agree with like people just for no reason, like bullying people. But
yeah. No, that's good. There's actually there's a movie, if you guys haven't seen it, it's called To Save a Life. It's one of my favorite movies. It talks about that, and even the Bully Project. So that's actually another project I'm working on. You guys is to help the bullying committee as well. I know that's maybe a 2015 thing, but it still goes on today in today's society. So I'm really glad you brought that up, and that's something that I think we can all deal with, especially in this pandemic. You know, people don't have a lot of money,
Yeah.
things happen, and so I think through that, you know, we can understand what that looks like and keep moving forward, and not have no fear. And when they say something, yeah, sure, it might hurt our feelings. I mean, we might continuing to do that, but we can not listen to them and keep moving. And so I commend you for doing that. I really am proud of you for just doing that. And I don't agree with it either. And so I'm working along with that. So I just wanted to say that as well. So
That's awesome. Let's see. Oh, we're talking about music videos, right?
yeah.
So, my first music video actually I did. I don't think it will ever come out, and I hope it does because it was like a song, like my very first song I did. I don't I don't even know what it sounds like, but it was a fun experience. The second one I did, I was like, you know what, I want to do a music video. So I asked somebody that I knew locally about like who's the best production companies or whatever for my budget. And so he sent me a few different production companies, and I contacted them. Met with one of them, and he was so nice and was like, "We'll work with whatever budget you have in New Mexico." And they're all that up to what the company's name was. It let's see, it's called Dark Road Pictures in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They're awesome. I worked with a pretty small budget. I think I spent so my original budget was like $2,500, but I think I ended up spending 35 to 4,000 maybe. But they were amazing. They brought all of their equipment because they're their own production company. It was hard because this was kind of towards, or I guess in the middle of COVID, so it was really hard to find people to be in it, like dancers, extras, things like that. We did hire a few extras, but a lot of people from my work were in it, which I appreciate them so much. They all stayed there till like 2 in the morning, and I kept all the places we were gonna film kept falling through, and eventually I found this Airbnb that was like a 70s house, and it was very interesting looking. So we kind of changed the theme up a little bit, and of course, always throwing things in last minute, so that was stressful. But it was honestly such a cool experience. I'm not the best actress, but I'm really excited. I think I plan on having a music video release party for that in New Mexico. I'm trying to plan that right now, and I also want that to be some kind of like charity event or I can just donate proceeds or donations or whatever to a charity there. And then my other music video I did. Me and myself and Johnny Badluck. It's called Ruins. That song is out as well. We filmed that music video in Vegas, actually, with 12 to 12 production. And that was really cool. That one was a little bit more planned out. And we got like horses and some equipment to like film outside, like drones and stuff. It was a really fun experience actually, and that one will also be coming out probably in the next couple months. I hope. I also want to do a release party for that one. I'm thinking here, but I'm not sure yet.
Awesome. So here's another quote that I want to talk about as well. And I just kind of really like it, and it's something I came up with. It's copyrighted and trademarked, all that jazz. And it's don't judge and just be you because you deserve to be you. And for me, why I created it is because I don't feel like judging others. The course is righteous judgment. Don't get me wrong, but judging others and not judging yourself is the key. I think keep moving and understand that we make mistakes and they make mistakes. And even if the worst thing in the world were to happen, you don't know what happened to them in order for them to think that way or to get that way. It could be generational. It could be something that they go through or went through when they were a kid or born. We don't know, and sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. And even with ourselves, sometimes we can be. I know that in humans, they can be, fake righteous and fake humble and things like that. And so that I really just came up with it because I wanted people to realize, and including myself, and speaking to myself, that I shouldn't be so hard on myself, and I shouldn't be so hard on others because we don't know what they go through, even if they're the worst bully in the world, because they had to come from somewhere in order for that to happen, whether that was someone they dated or something happened or someone they were with or whatever the case might be. And so that's something for me personally. What does that mean to you? And again, the statement is don't judge and just be you because you deserve to be you.
I kind of am gonna piggyback off of what you're saying. Is I always try to think of like, you really never know what's going on in somebody else's head, or like what they've been through or what their story is. And there's a lot of times that you could prejudge that, and you'll almost always be surprised by why somebody's being insecure or whatever. Um, so I try to also just never judge anybody off of like how they're acting or whatever, and just kind of have a general rule of like be nice to everybody. Um, and just kind of, even if they like try to push you away or something, just still be there without being like, like harsh on them. Because a lot of times that's what they need, is they need somebody to just be there, even if they're pushing them away.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think one statement I will make is, for me, this is something I say to myself whenever I feel like there's something I can't do. I don't know about for you, but this is you have a statement you say to yourself sometimes when you feel like things are tough. But for me, and you guys can repeat after me if you'd like. I will not give up. I will keep going until I get that dream that is right for me. And another way I say it is, I will not give up. I will keep going until I get that dream God has for me. And I just don't stop. I continue to keep moving, and through that, I just be the confident person, and that helps me remind myself, be the confident person that I was made to be. Be the confident person, because when you're walking in the calling or the dream that you're called to be in, you can really feel good about yourself. Now you're not going to a job going, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I here? And, I work a full-time job, as you mentioned, and I love my job. It's like the best job in the world. People are awesome. My boss is awesome. So I'm very blessed as well. And so that's just something that I have found. Do you have something that you say or you go by, or a statement?
Mine is kind of similar. I'm always in my mind like, don't be a quitter, like don't give up. It will get better. Don't be afraid. God always has your back, even if you can't see it. I was actually in this group the other day, and this kind of stuck with me, which I think I'm going to try to make it a habit for myself, is like writing down everything I've like hoped or prayed about or for, and then going back and like writing down like how I was either blessed with that or how I didn't get what I wanted, but in the long run, like looking at the bigger picture, like was that something that would have actually benefited me? And I think that just helps me look at things and be more thankful and grateful, and also realize too, like it kind of keeps me in check, like I'm not giving up, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, things like that. I don't like to live with regrets. And so I try to live every day to the very, very, very fullest.
Yeah, and I think too for me, it's to me in life, it's better to walk away than to tolerate nonsense. Since we were talking about bullying, I do want to dive into that right now. I think sometimes, you just got to walk away from a situation and you
Yeah.
got to say, I can't take it no longer. And that's okay. Like I said before, that doesn't make them a bad person. Know yourself. It just means you know yourself, your worth, your self worth, and you're not willing to compromise what that looks like, whether you're right or wrong. And when we realize we're wrong, we can humble ourselves and keep moving and say, I was wrong, and maybe call that person if it can get to that, or if not, keep moving and wish
Yeah.
that person the best. And so I really like that statement. So you guys, I think in music too, and I wish someone would have told me this when I was a kid, and it really would have helped me, or at least 18, when I started, really diving into DJing and really wanting that music aspect even more. I've always wanted to. Instead of watching volcano videos, I was the guy reading, praying, talking about God, or writing lyrics down or making my own. And for me, what that looks like is just keep moving and just I wish, like I said, someone told me this is people who have really good messages in their music will get made fun of, will get thrown at, will not because they're succeeding, because people are jealous. And I wish that someone would have told me that, so I would have eliminated the hurts and the pain and the agony I went through bullying and different things. Um,
But
and
you know what, though? Those songs are always the most relatable to everybody because they're
it's,
the most honest. And that's why people like them, is because they're the most relatable.
yeah, yep, 100%. I think it's true, and I know that what's funny about that is as people listen to it, and you're like, you're talking about me, but you're listening to me. Or you're
Right.
giving me a like. Well, I'm doing that so I can talk bad about you, but you're still giving me a like. You're giving me a view, so
Exactly.
it's just funny. But I really like that aspect. And you guys, I hope that helps you moving forward in your dream. I hope that this continues to move forward in your life. And I just want to give a shout out to a few people that have helped me in life. Um, and number one, I would say, is Derek Ray. You really helped me transition myself from hip hop to rock, where I'm at today. I want to say thank you for your help. Thank you to Billy Osbrooks for everything you're doing. Thank you for Renetta Rockamore. And thank you for even just the music that has helped me. There's a song by Simple Plan called "This Song Saved My Life," and sometimes we look at that, and songs really do help us. And so I just want to give a shout out to all the songs in my life that has helped me. Mike Harris, thank you for letting me use your intro and outro. And Alexandra, thank you so much for what you're doing. I appreciate you. It really means a lot. Is there anybody that you want to say thank you to, or for helping you? And if there hasn't anybody I forgot, I want to say thank you so much. I'm not here to just say thank you to a few people, a few audience or groups, because I want to thank each and every person that has come in my life. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And even if you've helped me, or you have not, or you have bullied me, or you've helped me become the person I am today. And I'm so thankful for the parents I have today as well. So I just want to say thank you for that. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you guys as well. And so if I left you out, or if I haven't, it's okay, because I still thank you and I'm proud of you for what you're doing. Alexandria, thank you so much. Keep moving forward. Yeah, is there anybody that you want to say thank you and for helping and things like that?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on here and being so supportive and all of that. And for everybody who's given me support in music or whatever it may be, school, everything. My family and friends. Milo and Joe and Candace and Dina and AJ and Chris and Andrew and Danny and Sakari and Harry, and there's I could go on and on and on and on. Knowledge, even though we're not on the best terms. Johnny Badluck. Who else? Brooke Tomlinson is amazing. Felion Tim. Anybody who's given me opportunities or interviewed me or helped me out in that way. There's so many people. I don't know. All the people who helped me with my music videos. There's too many to say. My sister, my dog, my beagle.
Nice. Yeah, we can. What's your dog's name? Let's talk about that for a second.
His name is Beagle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super awesome. That's awesome. What kind of dog is it?
He's a beagle.
Ooh, hey, nothing wrong with it. That's cool. That's awesome. Well, you guys, I mean, there's a whole list of people we can say thank you to. There's a whole list of people we can go on and talk about stories forever. And we can continue to, say this. But all in all, we have no fear in what we do. We continue to keep moving. This is our dream, you guys. This is what we're going for. This is her dream. This is my dream. It's similar. It's different. You guys have your own dream. We'd love to hear about it. Comment down below, and we'll do the best we can to comment on what we can do to maybe help or even just inspire. Or if you guys have any questions as well, this will be up on my Facebook and YouTube, Tayris. And so you guys just comment down below, and we'll love to answer any questions you have. And I'll be posting a lot of links, a lot of stuff on what we do and where we're at and where we're going. And I'll be supporting you, Alexandria, throughout the time. And when I get to New York again, we'll meet up again and things like that. And I just want to say, in person finally, and thank you so much for just everything you're doing. Keep up the great work. I'm proud of you. And guys, go support her. She's just an awesome person all the way around. She deserves the best. And, out of every artist, I don't know their story. I don't know where they come from. But I do know, such as James Franchise and Alexandria, you guys, they deserve the best. They deserve where they're going. They deserve to know where they're at. And just follow them, support them, whether you like their music or not. Micah Eris, the same way. You guys just go support them. And if you need any questions about links, anything like that, feel free to ask me. Billy Alsbrooks, go support him. Go listen to his podcast. He's like the realest person I know. Man, he's just so real and so raw. He'll help you change your life for the better. But you really got to dive into it in the principle of, I can do this because you can. I believe in you. And you guys just have no fear with what you're doing. Be blessed and unstoppable. I'll be having you back on when you do your stuff. Maybe we can do a music session sometime. But this is just a little bit about her and her story and where she's at and today. And we'll be having her on for her progress and supporting her through the time. And anything she does, any questions, anything, how can they get a hold of you through that? And how can they support you? Maybe it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. How can we follow you? And guys, those links will be down below. And along with all her social media that she's willing to post as well. And also all the links to her iTunes, Amazon, as she mentioned earlier, things like that.
I'll definitely post all that. I'm the most active on Instagram, so you can usually find out most what I'm doing on there or through there. In my Instagram, you can either look up Alexandra Frescus or you can look up at Zan Frescus. So that's like ZANFRESQ.
Awesome. Well, you guys, it was great having you on here. Thank you so much for participating in this. Again, I'm very proud of you, Alexandria, for everything you're doing. And guys, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great day. Until next time, my name's Tay Riz. This is Alexandria. Bye.
Bye.